Well, hello there, Tenno, and today I need your opinions on the Perita Rebellion, to be precise. I have a few thoughts myself, which might prove to be unpopular, but first I must remind you to drop me a like, leave a comment. In fact, I really hope you leave some comments on this one, for I want to know how you feel about the new area of the game, and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you. Sincerely. So, the Perita Rebellion, much like the Duviri Paradox, we need to be in the rebellion for resources. Which resources? Well, Lyroic Bridge, Ren Hypercore and Ascaris Prime, mainly to buy those Tectilist artifacts from our beloved Marie at La Cathédrale to expand our focus schools. But there are other things dropping from the recall missions that we may want to get our sticky Tenno paws on, such as blueprints for the Galariak and the Sajek prime weapons, or Sagak, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, the resources to build them, of course, and buy other shiny things from Marie, Lyon and Rove, and of course the newest arcanes and mods for our Tectilist artifacts. I mean, the whole reason we are here, in fact, is so that we can work on those Tectilist artifacts. However, I think they deserve their own video. Now, unlike Duviri, I actually haven't disliked the Perita Rebellion one bit. Much as I try to warm to Duviri, whenever I head in there, I just feel deeply sad in my soul. Maybe it's the knowledge of what it represents. Maybe it was the grind to get Kalervo and all the stuff that went with it. Maybe it was flashbacks of taking on that damn space worm fight the first time and having literally no idea what to do, which made it feel akin to the first run through of the new War Quest. Much screeching was had. Maybe it was because it always seemed to glitch for me and I hated the fact that my frames were kind of taken off me and dished back out to me. Maybe because I had all the frames that the normal circuit offered by the time it came out, and the only things I wanted from Duviri were the Incarnans, which are now available for Plat anyway from Cavallero at the Zaraman. I mean, maybe it's all of those things, but who knows? So when I realised very early on, those of us who really want those Tectilist artifacts were in fact now tied into this rebellion, I was on tenterhooks to see if I would get sick of it the way I did with Duviri. And here is the thing. I play solo a lot nowadays, not exclusively by all means, but becoming a content creator ensured that I got a lot of practice playing solo, as I often need certain shots for my videos that I may not get when playing with other gamers. When I played Perita at first, especially Steel Path, I started to think it seemed geared towards squad play, like deep Archimedean missions, and my heart sank a little, only because I was doing okay in the rebellion but failing at the boss fights. However, I persevered solo, and I've worked on some builds as I have gone along, which I've been showing you in my recall boss fight videos. Go check those out. And here is the thing. I really started to enjoy this game node to the point I managed to get most of the resources I need solo without once feeling like, well, this is repetitive. And I mean, it is repetitive, but it keeps you so busy trying to zoom through as quickly as possible that I barely notice that 12 minutes have gone by each and every time. And now I have mastered those boss fights to a degree. I literally can't get enough of this area of the game. And now to the point I'm really making in this video for myself, apart from the fact that the Perita Rebellion does get a great big juicy thumbs up from me, I really do love it, is when I went in squads, I started to notice something, and that although the objective variances are the same, as per usual in this game, they stack up the amount of things you need to do when there are more people in your squad, which is totally fair and understandable. But if you happen to be with a squad that A, might not know what they're doing for whatever reason, or B, have other priorities like mooching about and looting and investigating, and who can blame them, you are going to end up doing more of the same thing, but for the same amount of rewards. I have witnessed folks zooming around as Titania and Vault, and we still got a similar amount of rounds done with similar amounts of rewards as when I did it solo. So for example here, I did the Prime Vanguard recall solo on Steel Path, and then I did it with a squad. And solo I managed 9 rounds, and with a squad, well, we managed 6. And it glitched as well when I was in a squad. It doesn't glitch very often when I'm solo. And the rewards really aren't much different at all. And the truth is, when I go solo, I kind of feel less stressed. I'm going at my own pace, doing my own thing, and not having to try to keep up with a Titania zooming around, only to end up to get the same rewards, but with, higher blood pressure. That's not to say that I don't think playing in a squad is a good thing, because as you can see there were other resources that we got more of, but I'd have to do a lot more testing to see if they're actually worth it. And to be honest, I enjoyed the process so much, I didn't mind doing it over and over to get all the resources I needed. And, you know, the whole point of the game is of course to enjoy it and play it as you prefer. I like to be efficient sometimes, yes, but not at the cost of enjoying the activity or process. Deviri, I'm not talking about you. You're too long and I hate the process. I am not sure why we have 12 minutes, by the way, in Perita Rebellion. If you know, let us know in the comments. But I have to say, it does feel like the right amount of time. And when you get to the boss fight, if you have a good loadout, that bit can go by very, very quickly. And I did compare the rewards from solo to squad play, not because I was trying to prove a point, but I was just curious as to whether playing in a squad and feeling that pressure to keep up and rush around and mop up after others was actually worth the rewards. And the answer for me, and this may be the unpopular bit, is really no. I realised I really do prefer to play the Rebellion solo. So this is what I want to know, Tenno. Which of you have been playing Perita? Who prefers to go it alone? Who prefers to go alone but at this point can't because you are perhaps struggling with a certain boss or the Vanguard when they pop in? Or who prefers to go in a squad? Do you go in a random public squad every time and hope for the best? Or do you have your clan or Discord squads, your ride or dies? How's that going for you? And what I really want to know is, how are you all finding the Perita Rebellion, the old piece update? Are you playing it for the pure fun of it, or has it started to feel like a grind because you just want those artifacts from Marie and then you can go back to playing all the other bits of Warframe? Is there anyone here who flat out hates it as much as I do with Duviri? Please do let us know in the comments. Now in the meantime, I decided to make a video of me just playing the Perita Rebellion. This is because I actually don't get to play the game simply for fun a lot of the time. I'm rushing to progress so I can make a video for my beloved YouTube audience. But on this occasion, I thought I would grace you with my face and just simply play. So please go and check that out. I'm not sure if it's out while I release this one, but it'll be out around this time. Hang out with me, chill out while I enjoy the Perita Rebellion solo on Steel Path. Also, if you would like some help, then please don't feel like I'm going to tell you to bog off, because I still am more than happy to jump into squads and help out. Come and join the Discord. The link is on my channel. I'm very close to obtaining those Tectolist artifacts for myself now, so I am in a better position to help others. And there is an amazing crew on the Discord of helpful gamers and Warframers who will also dive in if you need them to. So, in the meantime, be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments, likes, dislikes, wishes, wants, etc. You never know who's reading the comments. And I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, Tenno, no matter what it may be. But in the meantime, you take care now and goodbye.